So you know how you have waiting mode for the day, like say you have an appointment at 3 in the afternoon and you can't do anything before that. I've kind of had waiting mode like long term because I've had like these really big life events that I needed to do. For example, like moving out of my house, and until that's done, or selling a house, like until that's done, like it's really hard to do other things. Have you had that?
1,000%. Yeah.
Yeah, long-term waiting mode. It's like a life waiting mode. It's kind of bad, but
Because your brain goes into like what's urgent,
yeah.
and it's all mine can like only see that big thing, or it's very hard to see the other things.
Your field of vision is only so big. And when you have a big event like that or a thing going on, it's like there's this giant thing filling most of your vision. So
Yeah.
it feels really hard to see around that and see like what else is actually going on. What's coming up in the future. Like I can't even see that because I just have this giant looming thing going on. Like for you, it's all this, yeah, the house, the move, and all the stuff you're going through.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can kind of see for those watching on video, like I'm not in my normal place.
Unfortunately, those watching on the video are missing the amazing fans that you just moved out of frame.
All the
That
all
were
the action at the beginning trying to like make this frame
yeah.
slightly more presentable, like close the doors, move the stuff
At
out.
the start of the call, Marie had, I think it was 5 different
It's not my
fans in the background.
Her little fan club. They weren't on.
Like I know it's
They weren't
harder in
on.
Australia, but
It's not my fan club. It's my dad's.
We liked it. We wanted it, and she moved them, and so I can relate a lot to having a pile of random stuff behind me at all times, which is for me out of frame, just below the like it's all below.
I actually have the same thing. Like I have the benefit of for the video, it blurs out. So kind of everything looks decent when it's blurred out, but particularly on the floor, just out of camera sight, it's just like, there's almost no floor space. There's just like boxes with all sorts of random stuff right there. And it's been there for, I want to say 2 years. Like I haven't it's bad, but you can't see it on the camera. It looks great on film. So
I have paper mail. Like my strategy for reading mail and paying bills is to just put them in my path. So I literally have like paper mail on the ground at my feet. So I have to like step over it to get to my desk, and then I'll like pick some up. I mean, sometimes I put it in a bin, but then it stays in the bin for like for me, if it's in a bin, it's like it's away.
Yeah.
But paper bills are, I mean, like many people with ADHD, it is like the actual worst thing.
Oh my God.
That for me, I'm offended by it.
Do you know what you're supposed to call those bins where you put all the stuff in? Have you heard this?
Doom.
Yeah,
Doom
yeah, yeah.
pass?
Do you know what the Doom stands for Doom boxes?
Yeah, didn't organize, only moved.
Yeah, I love that.
And I love a Doom for like a cleanup of a room. You know, you're like just getting everything out. But the mail, it's been problematic for me before because it just goes there all tidy. And then like 4 months later, I'm like, ooh, that was an important tax document.
Because I actually moved house recently, and when I was packing my stuff, I found so much mail at the bottom of like my like random drawers. Like I have this little kitchen kind of island bench in the middle of my kitchen. It's got drawers, and at the bottom there was like all this mail, and it was like unopened. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna throw it straight out because it's so old. Like I'm sure
At that
they've sent
point.
it again, or whatever it is that's being taken care of, or an
Right.
email got sent or something. But I'm not even gonna bother opening it. There's no point.
Or you would have gotten the scarier piece of mail that is like green or red, in which case you probably opened that one.
Yeah, exactly. So
So
it's
you're good to
irrelevant.
I actually heard someone recently said they've started where they'll take a Doom box and like bring it to their like desk and put it in front of them, and then open up YouTube and go to their watch later playlist. And so they're kind of taking care of two things at once. So they'll organize, go through the Doom box while they have like the watch later playlist, because otherwise those are two different things that they just ignore. And so it sounds like an appealing activity, like, oh, I'm going to go like watch some things that are on my watch later playlist, hit play, and then start going through the box while it's kind of playing in the background. I thought that was kind of a good idea to kind of mix the two. Then you get to feel like you're being efficient, which is that like trap with ADHD where we're always trying to be efficient. And then a lot of the time that means we don't get anything done. But this is one way to at least sort of like fudge your way through it, I think.
that my only issue with that would be I'd start watching the videos and not do the thing.
Yeah, well, hey, you'll still count that as a win. Then you at least got through
'cause I
some
got
videos
through
that have
my
been on
watch
your watch
later.
later playlist.
I will say I watch content at all times if I'm doing a home task.
Yeah.
Like there's not a home task that I'm doing that there's not content. Either it may be a podcast or an audiobook, but
Podcast, yeah, that I was gonna say.
often actual watching. So I feel like it wouldn't even be a treat for me because it's like, what do you mean, like every day? Like how I literally can't, I can't wipe down the bathroom sink without Sex and the City playing in the background or something. I feel like I'm incapable at this point.
I definitely have the audio in the background. Otherwise, it's too quiet.
Yeah, I live with the AirPods in the ears. Like I've got to have something going to be able to get anything done.
I have done the thing where back when I was doing the Peloton, back before my Peloton was a cobweb magnet in the corner of my
or a
closet.
coat hanger.
Yeah, I would reserve specific reality shows for Peloton. I couldn't handle just having the instructor. That's not interesting enough to me. So I did the Peloton game, and I would have like Love Island playing in the background.
Sorry, what's the Peloton game? What is that?
I assume they still have it. It's kind of this off menu item, and what you do is it's like, I think it's called Fast Track or something, but you're riding and you have to dodge obstacles by turning the knob, and the knob turns up resistance.
Yeah.
So
okay.
you have to dodge it and get over, and it kept my attention so much better than even the best and the funniest of instructors. So that was what I ended up doing.
I had considered getting a Peloton for a while, back in the like COVID days when I think a lot of people probably did that. I was thinking about getting one, and then I was like, basically thinking an instructor is not going to be interesting enough. Like I need to be watching a show that I really care about or something like that. And then I ended up kind of talking myself out of it, which I guess maybe was a good thing because now it's not, covered in cobwebs in the corner. But yeah, that was my fear too of like, I know a lot of people love like the instructors and stuff. Like, I don't feel like that's going to be stimulating enough for me to be interested to continue wanting to do this thing.
And I question whether they were the people who were already good at working out at home.
Right.
Certain environments can bring about certain behaviors, I feel like, better for me. And yeah, I just have never been a good home workout person. I love that COVID is over and I could go back to actual classes or walking. I love that too.
Right.
Yeah. Walking's good because then you can put a podcast on.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And then the time just goes. Like, it just goes faster.
And I have a weighted vest like everyone, but I would like to say I was pretty early on it. I've had one for like 2 years. And I love the weighted vest walk moment because it's technically strength training. And I feel like you can go for a shorter walk and get exercise still.
Oh, I thought you meant weighted vest as in it just felt good because it was weighted, but you mean weighted because you wanted extra exercise.
It does kind of feel a little bit anxiety reducing.
Do you guys like the weighted blankets and stuff?
Yes, I like that stuff. I love a heavy blanket on me or weighted blanket, but this is for exercise. It probably does both, honestly.
Yeah, I don't have a weighted blanket, but it's winter in Australia, so it's pretty cold here. And the other night I was cold, so I put my hoodie. Wait, do you guys have hoodies? No, you have snuggies. What's it called? Snuggles? No, snuggies.
Snuggie or
snuggies.
Like those, yeah. Is it like a slanket? I think was the other
It's like a big
comfy thing.
hoodie. What's it called? Snuggie. A snuggie.
I think
I was just grabbing. So I have this jacket that some company sent to me, and it's like you can see there's like these triangles in it. They're like filled with sand. So it's kind of like a weighted vest sort of thing. The company's Pivot. I didn't pay anything for this. They sent it to me. But it does kind of feel nice, like wearing it. And you kind of feel like you're getting a hug and a little bit anxiety reducing and all that sort of stuff. So
when you stepped away to get that jacket, Jesse, I was just telling Sharon, it's cold here in Australia. And I got the Snuggie thing or whatever it is, that big hoodie. And I put it on top of my normal blanket. And it felt like a weighted blanket. Because it's so damn big. Mm-hmm. But it felt really good. I might buy a weighted blanket. I do like that feeling of like heaviness. Or a weighted jacket.
Yeah.
They also sell weighted throws. So like it's not even a full bedspread, which I think is nice because it's kind of like I think my husband isn't as much into the weighted blanket. So I actually got one for my son. So it's essentially like a kid size one, but I actually don't want it head to toe. I kind of just want it in the middle of my body. I don't like my feet being constricted.
Same.
I want my feet to wiggle. Yeah. I don't like to sleep in socks. Like I just want my feet free. My feet are usually out of the covers anyway for sleeping. So I feel like, weight in the middle.
Jesse, have you tried the jacket or not?
Yeah, I've worn it before. When they sent it to me, it was in the middle of the summer. And then I put it over there in the corner and I forgot about it during the winter. And now I just remembered it. And it's back to being summer again. So, and it's a pretty heavy jacket. So I feel like I would only really want to wear it when it's pretty cold.
Yeah.
So haven't really tested it for reals yet.
No reason to try to solve that problem. I like that. Like, I just accept that from you. I'm not going to try. Do you know, like when you talk to neurotypical people, they're like, well, why don't you just put
it's
it
like,
by your
nah,
other jackets? And I'm not going to try to solve that for you.
I want to remove that word just, the word just from like a sentence. It's just,
oh my gosh,
do this, just do that.
It's like the beginning of a sentence of judgment, whether intentional or not. Or like whether someone's judging you or you will judge yourself. Right. Judgment's about to happen when someone says just.
Can you just, or why can't you just? And then I just tune out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I do it to myself too. I should just wake up an hour earlier. I should just, and you do this to yourself all the time and you don't even see it coming. And then you're like, oh, because I suck, I guess? Or no, because I can't solve my life by just deciding to.
Right. Can I just say I made several appointments this week that I've been putting off. And cut for me.
Nice, yeah.
It was really funny because like some of them were like health appointments, which you really shouldn't put off, right? Like your overall health. To get this appointment, like I basically had to get a referral. And so there's a document and has got a date on it. And then I had to call somewhere else. So it was really funny because I made the appointment and then I looked at the referral letter and the referral letter was in February and we're now in August. So it's taken me 5 months or whatever.
But February this year, that's great.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes,
I'm
yes, that's great. We're still in 2025, same year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It counts.
Yeah, that's great.
This is where, Shelpful, of course, like this is one of the reasons I like invented Shelpful because I'm horrible booking things for myself specifically. But I feel like my neurotypical allies have really like come through for me in the past couple of years on this front. Like mammogram, when I turned 40, you have to get a mammogram. I had multiple friends that were involved in making sure that happened, like reminding me to book it. I had like things pop up that day or that week that my other friend knew that I had that appointment. She's like, oh, why don't I help drop your kid off? Like multiple people came through to make that happen for me. And I was so grateful because it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, and it's a big thing. Like you got to do those things. So you were able to get a mammogram at 40. We can't do it till 50.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think that's bad. I think it should be 40.
It's 40 in the US. That's when that's when the screening's included, like just as to the general population without like other risk factors.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's 50 here. Like you can't just walk in and go, I want a mammogram. Unless you go, oh, I found a lump.
That's wild. I feel like Australia is supposed to have way better healthcare than we do.
Yeah. What are you guys doing over there?
What's going on?
Be wrong. But I think it's 50 because I literally went in the other day going, can I just get an overall checkup, including
Hold on.
women's
Now,
health?
is this one of those situations like the time zone thing where I said that Australia has like 7 time zones and you said, no, we only have 2. And then I later found out, no, you do have like 7 time zones, including weird one. Like one has a time zone on like the 45-minute mark or something wild like that.
Oh, that was crazy. I have the answer. Okay, Marie.
Okay.
I think what happened was, I think the marketing in Australia is it's recommended and advised for starting at age 50, but you get free mammograms starting at age 40.
If there's a problem.
No, you can do, I mean, at least
so
from
it's a
this
messaging
snippet.
problem.
It seems like they're trying to kind of keep the focus on 50 and up, but that you're eligible through Breast Screen Australia. Oh God, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, but I think that these things kind of just get word of mouth and then it just sticks in your mind. Yeah.
Right. But it's important to do that stuff.
Or you get fixated if you have ADHD sometimes. You get fixated on one specific problem. Like I had a friend who passed away from colon cancer, who's my age, and the screening isn't until 45 here. And he didn't have a family history. So that's like the cancer I'm most afraid of. For my husband, I'm like, did you talk to your doctor about your colon? Can they get you in earlier? And that is irrational, I'm sure. But I think that I just get fixated on whatever problem seems like right in front of me and can't get past it. Left turn into cancer. Should we talk about?
Yeah, halfway into the episode, hey, maybe we should do some company updates. How's Shelpful doing?
Cancer free currently. Yeah, we are very, very close to launching. We're hopefully going to submit it. We just found a bug. We're going to submit it tomorrow, but I don't know if the bug will be fixed. So maybe Thursday.
Is it a big bug or can you live with it?
It's pretty big. It's a new bug and what hasn't been happening. And I like being the one to catch it. No users have gotten it. So that's good. We have this onboarding thing where that you basically have a conversation with the AI and it helps you come up with things you want to stick with. And so it'll be like, if you're like, I want to go on a walk every day. It's well, how about like, should we just aim on stepping outside, like taking 10 steps outside every day? Like it helps you kind of come with reasonable ones. And so
Nice,
after that
tiny
conversation, yes, after that conversation it adds everything to your list. And it added everything to my list, but like 10 times each. So I have like 4 list items and 40 they duplicated. They didn't duplicate. They whatever times 10 is.
Marie's looking like she wants to jump into the code base and solve that.
No, I was just thinking
it's
like
just a fresh bug.
that's like it's such a big bug. Like, does it happen every time?
No, it's new. This is the latest build.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, you would see it, right? Like it's 10 times. Like
We just did some updates to the list sorting. And so I'm guessing it's related to that. And then we also just did a small thing with onboarding. So our engineer, did you know that Guille moved to Spain?
I know, yeah.
Yeah. So our Marie was kind enough to recommend a great software engineer who used to work at Llama Life. And he's in Spain. So he's not, I found the bug after he'd already logged off. So.
Wait, that's a better time zone, right? US versus like Spain, like it's better?
It's
Europe
debatable.
time zones I feel like are the worst.
It is worse for me.
Australia is much better. Australia I can line
Australia's
up
better.
like my afternoon is good for your morning.
Okay.
But
it's
Europe
bad for
I
you
feel
too.
like right when I'm going to bed is when they're doing stuff.
Yeah.
The best time to talk to him is really our early morning.
Right, and I don't get up early morning, so that's a terrible time for me.
Yeah, and I have to get kids places. Like even if I'm actually up, I just can't really be focused on my computer. But it's fine. I mean, if you have someone who's amazing, which he is, and it's totally fine. Like did not blink an eye, totally happy. It's fine. But yeah, the time difference can be good because the problem can be solved when you wake up in the morning.
Right.
You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
But then you can't talk to people the whole day.
Right.
It's good and bad. It depends on the person that you're working with, I guess, and the bug.
And our CTO is also out today. So we just had kind of a tough day for a bug. But it's okay. It's just with beta. We've invited 300 beta testers.
Oh, wow.
Kind of have cycled through.
Yeah.
So we've gotten a lot of feedback and have a wait list of thousands. I'm excited. I think that
that's great.
I just want to get it out. And you know me, I'm like, how is this? I just want it out. And so we can do the next version and get feedback and all that.
Are these like current users of the current version or what
Some
is
of
this
them.
list?
Yeah, some of them have
Okay.
come over. A lot of our list comes from social media because I'm really active on Instagram and TikTok and always talking about my stuff. So I think that's where we get a lot of the interest, which is great because it's kind of like it's already a community a little bit because we have this relationship in the comments and are exchanging ideas. And then also recognize those names come through from comments. And then I think they feel more open to share feedback. I'm a pretty down-to-earth person on social media because I don't wear makeup often and look like this all the time. So I don't think people think I'm like this polished influencer that can't receive feedback. I'm like, I suck at life. Tell me what's going on with you.
Yeah, you're relatable. You're very
Yeah.
relatable on your Instagram.
I think that helps with feedback because we get a lot.
I'll say so with like WavePower, we're at the point where we now have it set up so that we can do invite codes and we have it set up for basically people, if they get an invite code, they can sign up, create an account, and then which is limited by the number of people they add. So once they've added like 5 people to their account, then they would get like a, hey, do you want to upgrade sort of thing. And so I haven't done any invites yet, but I'm probably going to send those out literally today.
Send them out. Send them out.
Just send them.
Yeah, so I'm excited to do that. I'll probably do, small at first to sort of see like what's the process looking like, or people signing up and make sure everything works. But I'm really excited to get to that point where I feel like I can talk more openly and freely about it, like on social media and stuff like that. Because part of me feels a little bit constrained knowing that like getting people to sign up for a wait list is that like almost could burn them as a user because like, hey, they sign up for the wait list. And then 2 months later, you send them like, hey, now you can join. They don't care anymore.
Or they think they already did.
Yeah. So there was like that moment.
True.
So I'm almost like a little bit hesitant to talk about the problem when they can't sign up for the solution yet.
But I think you've constructed it in a good way where it's limited spots. And I think that can feel special to people. And since you're starting from your community, is it most people in your email community that are on this list, do you think?
Mostly. I've done a little bit of posting on social media as well, but primarily it's through the email list. And I want people to be able to sign up once I'm talking about it. And maybe I'm just in my head about it, but
I think you are, because I think that I do the same as you, but I had people like someone just sent us a voice memo, a customer who's been with us in every phase of our product, literally when she was texting with a real human, WhatsApp, everything. And she's loved it along the way. She's loved the progression, the evolution. She feels like an insider. And I think your earliest customers are going to be the early adopters, people who need it the most. So just like think about it. I mean, they don't get as tired of you. And, you know?
Yeah, well, it's so funny because like you're saying this and I know this is all true. And as a user, like I love the story of someone building a thing and being part of it and all that cool stuff. And yet for some reason, it's so quick to get in my head of like, oh, I don't want to tell anyone until it's perfect. I want to like hide it until it's polished and perfect and amazing. And then they can see it.
Right. But they might not see that email, but they'd see the next email. Or easier to say this than actually feel it. Because I feel the same way. Yeah. But I think that me having heard that voice memo yesterday, I feel like is helpful in my mind. And Marie, I know you've seen this from customers that like, if you're solving a real problem, there will be more people to come. I think that just make like, so, you know, if there's 10 people that you really help, that's great. And then you can try to find 10 more. I don't think they're going to get sick of you. Yeah. And they'll like seeing it change and evolve and feel cool for being one of the first ones. I love being in the first wave of anything. I feel so awesome.
And if you're in the first wave, you're more forgiving as well. So like you're not expecting it to be perfect.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you're doing that approach too, Jess. You're like, give us, feedback. You're early. It's a true and a very humble approach that I think people respond to, where you're not just like chest pounding, like we fixed it. We fixed ADHD.
Right. Yeah.
I love it, Marie, when you share that stuff too. I love it.
Yeah, I should do it more. I used to. I haven't sent an email for a long time. I really need to get back on that. Somebody actually sent me a message going, are you still sending email newsletters? Because we miss the updates. It's hard being one person. There's too much stuff to do.
It's hard to do any email, any content, it takes a different part of your brain and soul, I feel like, to like actually sit down and do it.
It's very vulnerable as well. Like, you're kind of putting yourself out there. I should do it more. I need to do it more. I go in waves. Sometimes I get on a roll and I'll do it like for 7 days, like do it for a week. And then I miss one day. It's the whole habit thing. I miss one day and then it's like dead to me. I'm like,
and it's like the dopamine fades, right? Because I'll admit I got a lot better at posting content when my content started doing well.
Yeah.
Like once I had one that hit, I was like, okay, that was cool. I'll do more. And if it's not hitting for a while, I get I will post less. Like it's a pretty simple equation for me.
The problem, Marie, is you and I both were really good at this when Twitter was in its heyday. And then Twitter's sort of like imploded and no longer is what it was. And it killed what I felt like I was really good at. Yeah. And so and now it becomes really hard, I feel like, to be authentic in the same way that I used to be. Just like, I didn't even think about it. I would just post stuff all the time. And it was just so natural and part of the rhythm of what I did, because like Twitter was my home and I felt like free to kind of do whatever. And I don't really quite feel that in a lot of the platforms now.
I think also because Twitter was primarily text based and I think you prefer doing text stuff than video. I see a lot more text.
Definitely.
Even on Instagram, you do.
That's where you found your voice.
Images of stuff that you've written, but it's versus your own face and you saying stuff on a video. And Twitter or X was like so much better for that.
No, X was never good for it. Twitter was good for it, and then X came and killed it.
I went on X the other day. I just thought maybe I should get back into it because I like doing text stuff as well. I don't mind doing a video, but it's so much easier for me to do text and a screenshot, especially if I'm developing a feature. I can show like progress by doing screenshots. And I went on X for a few minutes and I was like, yep, this is why I left. And then I got back off. It's horrible. I felt like horrible on it. I was like, no. take it off my home screen. It's off my home screen. It's not even, it's in a folder somewhere on my phone.
Have you guys tried Threads?
I
ask
this
so
is a whole
tentatively.
other conversation.
I
But
know.
Threads is decent. Like I like Threads, and I like Blue Sky, although Blue Sky does get a little political. But I love the idea of Blue Sky because it's really open. It's more protocol based. Or Threads is like Facebook. So
for some reason, I got on some weird Blue Sky. You know how when you start Blue Sky, there's like a starter pack.
yeah.
So basically, when you get on, it'll recommend it's like a list, different lists to follow. And for some reason, my account got on some political starter pack list.
Oh, you told me that. That's right.
I can't get off it. And I tried to get off it because I'm not even related to it or anything. But my account was growing and I'm like, wow, that's cool. What happened? It's because I'm on some other list. I thought it was growing because I was on, and I am on a lot of tech lists as well and founder lists. That's great. But I think part of the reason it was growing, I have to check what my follow account is because it's on
You're
some
up
other.
to 5,000 on
Maybe
there.
someone has your same name.
On Blue Sky, you've got 5.1 thousand.
I did nothing. I haven't even been posting.
Yeah, it looks like it's been 5 months since your last post there.
Do you know, actually this week, guys, TikTok came out with a text feature. So like you can
Don't
share.
tell me that.
Oh,
Don't
no.
tell me
So
that.
you can share.
Just
like,
gonna lose like 2 hours later.
like
just,
instead of
playing that.
instead of a photo, like when you're like in the posting menu, instead of video or photo, you can actually just write something. So just throwing that out there. I love the insight you gave, Jesse, because I actually think I was super into Twitter, and especially as a consumer, because I worked in PR and that's how I communicate with all these journalists and stuff. But when I became a CMO at a public company, my boss, my CEO, was not into that. He kind of said something. And so I just completely disappeared off Twitter. That wasn't a channel for my voice, and I think I didn't feel comfortable there anymore. And so Instagram, I feel like actually TikTok was what gave me my voice because it felt like a private space that my friends weren't, so I didn't have to feel embarrassed.
That's a huge problem that I have. I've got like friends and family following my personal account, and I've talked to Jesse about this many times, and I kind of know what I need to do, but I can't do it. So Jesse, you did this really well. You were just like, oh, whatever, I'm just going to start posting my ADHD content, and people will self-select out. Like my friends and family was like, stop following that account because it's not relevant content for them. But I can't get away from that. Like, I think I'm going to bombard them with stuff that they don't want to see.
Yeah.
And I kind of don't want them to unfollow. Maybe I need to create a new account.
I regret ever telling my friends and family to follow Shelpful. I didn't need them. I love them in my life. I did not need them on that account. Because also it sends not even just my cringy fears, but it also sends the wrong algorithmic signals. Your friend might not actually watch a video all the way through that your target customer might watch.
Yeah.
And so I feel like once my real followers far outnumbered my family and friends, that's when things I think got rolling better for me in views. Instagram is my bigger platform by kind of happenstance, but I found my voice in terms of the type of content that helps me connect with people on TikTok because I felt like I was in a private room just talking and there was no consequence of it not doing well.
Wait, and then you took your TikTok content and put it on Instagram? Once you found your voice, then I think I feel really restricted because when I'm recording a video, there's a tiny voice at the back of my head that says, oh, my friends and family are going to see this.
Right.
And I know they do. I can see that they've seen it. I'm like, oh, do they want to know my especially when you're being vulnerable? Do I want them to know all my ADHD problems?
It's embarrassing.
It's a little bit embarrassing sometimes.
I'd rather tell strangers.
Yeah. Well, Trina, did you see? We've got a mutual friend, Trina.
Trina Haynes, my lady ADHD.
My lady ADHD on Instagram. Shout out. Really good content. She posted something recently saying she felt more comfortable telling 50,000 strangers about her ADHD problems, or I think maybe just that she had ADHD, than her friends and family. And that's kind of how I feel as well. It's if you tell people who can relate or understand better, it's just more comfortable versus even friends and family.
And I'd say beyond content, because you're Jesse, and I'm sure you're feeling this with Wave Pal, Marie with Llama Life. Are your best friends your number one customers? No, I don't think they can see your product for what it is. Even if they have ADHD, they see, it's their friend. It'd be it's like someone coming and showing you a drawing they did. You're like, oh, great job. I still think that they're not serious customers. I mean, they think they'd be impressed if I had business success and they're happy for me and they support me. but it's not a source of growth.
Yeah.
So I just like, I feel like that's kind of the easy, it feels like the first place to put your hand out in terms of getting a customer or that is a big learning. I feel like I would share with anyone starting a new thing is like, just to go try to find a random person to use before you tell anyone, go find someone random, go troll Facebook groups or the internet and find a single person to use this who you don't know, and you can help them. And then I feel like you'll feel way more connected to like your mission than you would if you told 20 friends.
You're motivating me though. I kind of feel like I want to start up because I haven't posted on Instagram for a while about Llama Life.
Well, I told Jesse too, I started a brand new TikTok account because I felt like it was just not working. It wasn't getting views. I started a brand new TikTok account July. This will be a motivation for you. July 5th. I started a brand new TikTok account and I decided it's going to be just Sharon, me, and I will talk about Shelpful a little bit, but I have all these other things. You guys know me. I'm like this lip gloss and this automation and this, I just always have something I like. And so I started posting. I now have 7,000 followers.
Oh, wow. On TikTok?
So it's TikTok on this brand new account. So I'm and Shelpful had 9,000. This thing I like to talk about, other people like too. And I'm overjoyed because I feel like I have a place. So I will just hit record. And my one rule I made for myself was I wasn't going to edit anything. Like I would only spend 1 minute editing. So I'm just doing like barf content. I've done some screen
barf
recordings.
Content? Is that what you're
barf
going
content.
with?
Yeah.
I did want to quickly, just in case Ian can't fix it, if you're wondering, Sharon sometimes gets excited and punches her microphone while she's in the middle of talking. So the loud smacking sound that just happened a few minutes ago, that was just one of those Sharon mic punches.
Oh my gosh. I have no body awareness.
Ian, I'm really hoping like my sound is okay because like I'm moving houses and I'm like in between and I don't have my mic,
good.
so I'm kind of like holding my iPhone corded.
I'm sure our producer Ian is gonna love it. I'm sure he's gonna love.
I think you sound great.
But you know what? These corded headphones, earphones, whatever you want to call them, earphones are very reliable. They're more reliable than like AirPods because
I keep one in my purse.
And yeah, me too. Well, I don't have a purse, but like I don't carry in my backpack. But they're so reliable, right? Like if you can't get your Bluetooth connection or whatever, just plug it in, and as soon as it's plugged in, you know it's plugged in and it's connected. You don't have to check, is this connected? It's connected. I can physically see. I just put it in and it's good. Yeah, these things, and they're like $20 or something. Definitely, they've gone through the wash. They still work. They're just indestructible.
No, yeah, they're the original. They're so good. And speaking of reliability, here's my reliable check-in on you, Marie. So Jesse's sending out his invites tonight. Yep. I'm hopefully going to submit my app this week. What can we hold you accountable for?
Oof. Guys, I've been doing like long-term waiting mode with my move, but
and it has to be a product thing, not a social thing. I think this is my rule that I'm setting.
All right. Well, okay. Like I'll say it here because it's like a big thing, and then I'll be accountable for it. But I'm going to change the business model a bit for the free trial for Llama Life in a good way, I think, for customers, and I feel better about it too. But you know how Apple makes you like start a free trial, put your credit card in, and all that stuff, and then people forget to cancel, even though they get reminders, and it's a subscription, and people with ADHD, like it's hard. Like I want to change it so they can get the free trial without the credit card up front.
Right.
This could destroy me, but like I kind of feel like I feel better about it.
It's worth testing. You could always revert, right?
Well, we used to have it this way, and then it switched to credit card up front because the app stores really push it. I hope the app won't get rejected because it doesn't do it that way. But
I don't think it will.
I don't think so. Yeah,
because there's free apps too.
But this is not free in the end, and you can't actually use it unless you're paying for it.
It's essentially you're doing an in-app purchase model, right? Because it's going to be free until they purchase a subscription.
Because basically what happens, so I can see the sign up flow, right? And I can see that a lot of people download, they create an account, but they don't start the trial because they don't want to put their credit card in. And there's a lot of people that just stop there. That's it. And I'm like, I feel like I could help more people if they just started. And that's the whole point, like to start and get a task done and you feel good. But they're not getting to that point. They're not getting to the, what's it called, like the magic moment or whatever. Yeah. Where you create a task and you feel, and you get it done. That's the magic moment for Llama Life, the win. They're not even getting to that because they don't want to put their credit card in. And there's like just losing like so many people because of that. But I am a little bit worried that when I make this change, I'm going to get so many like support requests. And you know how I don't like it's hard for me to handle customer support.
Why do you think you'd get more support requests?
Because they're actually using
Oh, just because you'd have more users?
Because they're using it for free, and so you're going to get support requests that aren't paying customers.
Yeah. To clarify,
yeah.
the more users that are using it for free because they'll be on that free trial period, and that's when people are asking questions.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
But hey, that'll push. If you get 30 requests in one day, I feel like the Marie I know will like come up with a better support solution where you can like, I don't know, have a forum where people put their questions and answer each other's questions, or I don't know.
I do have that. We have Reddit. Reddit's good for that.
Subreddit on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing that too. I want to ask you about that.
So Llama Life's kind of got to the point where, the Reddit community does like help each other. Like someone will post something and some other customer will just come in and go, yeah, you can do that. And they answer it for me, which is awesome. Right. But
That's
then
amazing.
It's really good, but then it's got to the point where if there's a complaint, it goes on Reddit as well, and it's all public. And I'm like, I wish you would have just written to me because maybe what you're saying isn't even true. And I'm like, now I have to go correct it, and I look like I'm being defensive, but they've said something that isn't true. Like I had this the other day. Somebody was saying there was like some weird permission that Llama Life was asking for, and they're like, why do you need that permission? And they were going on about it like I was
Is this the
trying
webcam?
Yeah. Did I tell you this?
No, I just pulled up Reddit and I saw it was like the third one.
He's on your Reddit right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know how like people with ADHD have a strong sense of justice? And I was like, they were accusing me of something. And I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. Like basically Chrome has been doing a lot of updates and Chrome changed some. My theory is that Chrome changed like a permission luster. Like sometimes when it asks for permissions, it groups permissions together. And so Llama Life will ask for media permissions. But I think they've kind of grouped camera in with that. That's my theory. And maybe it's a new change. Anyway, I don't need access to that stuff. Like, I don't need access to the camera, but it must be somehow getting in there. And someone was complaining about it. Like, I was trying to, like, spy on them. I'm like, why would I want to do that? Like, I have no interest in doing that. Llama Life's a paid product. Like, often when there's, like, weird or dodgy kind of security things, it's maybe like a massive free product. But I was so offended. I was like, what? I'm the last person on earth that would want to even do that. But it's all public and now I have to go defend it. Anyway, I wrote back.
That's kind of like one reason why I know some people do like a public roadmap and people can like suggest and vote on things.
Oh yeah, I used to do that. We used to have a public roadmap, but we
how did that work out for you?
Well, we didn't let voting. We didn't let people vote. So we wanted to show what was coming, but if you want to vote, like just email us.
Yeah, I feel like anytime I've seen a product that had that, you go to it and what you see is like one of the top voted things is something that clearly the developers don't want to do. And so it just becomes this like awkward thing where like there's this really highly voted feature, but they clearly don't want to do it. And so like there will be like every 6 months, there's like a message from somebody from the company that's like, oh, we're still considering it or something where it's like, you can read between the lines and like they're never ever going to do this feature. So it just sort of becomes this weird like tension rather than actually being helpful.
So customer service complaints, I get that. But I mean, one
way
could
to bring
argue,
us back, Sharon. Way to bring us back.
Yeah. Yeah, look at you staying on track. We're going off on a tangent.
I completely forgot what we were talking about.
I'm sure this will continue. But I think that it is just third party, just listening to you, because I can relate to a lot of what you're saying, is talking yourself out of innovating, kind of.
Yes.
Like,
oh my God.
You have a great idea. Do it. If you have more customer service complaints, it means more people want your product.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay. I'm going to do it. I'll do it for our next one.
And then deal with the after effect. Or then if it's a lot, you can get an intern or a virtual, you can justify it because hopefully you'll have more sales because more people are experienced. Because the whole point is Llama Life is good.
It is good. I've got massive RSD on it. Like when I make this change, I know some people are going to be like caught in the middle as well. And I'm really worried about that.
But you're small enough. That's fine.
Not really though. Because I think the reverse, you might have that. But right now it's like when people sign up, I was just talking with somebody else about that. Like the problem is that you care. And so you're worried about the people that signed up last week. And now you have a new thing where they don't have to do the credit card. But those people aren't actually doing what you think they're doing. Like they aren't, let me see. What if I downloaded it today and now I don't have to do the credit card up front? Oh, I'm so offended. Like that person just doesn't exist. But it's so easy to imagine that person and
Yeah.
think, I
Yeah.
have to do right for them because you really care. And I think the reality is, if there was one person where that happened and they reached out, you would make it right.
Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
And I'm speaking for myself. I do the same sort of thing. I've introduced this fear of like not doing right for people and like somehow I'm going to, like, it's going to hurt my integrity. But the reality is, like, that's most likely not even going to happen. You're just sort of like inventing things to be afraid of that keep you from taking the action that maybe you think you need to do.
Yeah, I know in the end it'll work out, but I have experienced it where people think I'm not doing right by them and it hurts because of the justice thing.
That sucks because it sticks with you, and that's such a minority, right?
And then I try and make it right, and then they're happy about it. Like, I do always try and make it right. Like, that's the thing. But when the customer request starts off, it's like attacking.
In this day and age, that's like you're
That's
like, you
just-
got to
that's
make
part of the
noise.
game.
I can write a piercing customer service email, but I do it to like the big companies. I mean, I guess because I'm a startup founder, I know I'm not going to like lean into this single founder company. I mean, that's the diffusing thing I always lean on is like, I like literally open the email. Sorry, we're just 3 people. Like, oh, there's only
Right.
2 of us looking at these emails.
I'll give you an example. Some guy, about this privacy thing, some guy wrote to me and was like blasting me like badly, like accusing me of all this stuff. And he goes, I thought I'd just give you one chance to respond on email before I like plaster it all over the internet that Llama Life's doing this thing and like take down your product and stuff. He was like really aggressive.
Why?
Like he was going to shame it all over the place. But he goes, I thought I'd just give you one chance. And I'm like, thanks for the chance. Like I took a breath and I was like, thanks for reaching out in private first. And I explained it. And then he just did a complete 180 and he said, thank you so much for the response. I totally understand. And then he goes, in fact, I understand so much. I'm going to subscribe to the product and pay for it.
Right.
So it was like a complete 180. But he also kind of said, I'm really sorry. Like I just he's got ADHD as well.
Yeah.
And he goes, I just had a moment and I reacted and I don't know, I guess he was heated. But he goes, I'm really sorry. And he goes, yeah, I'm actually going to buy it now. But it doesn't change the fact that it happened, right? Because it really got me.
Mm-hmm.
It really got me. Like I was feeling really attacked. And it's like I said before, it's the last thing I'd ever want to do. And so when someone says something like that, I'm just like, oh, you've so misread me, you know. Anyway, it worked out okay, but it doesn't change the fact that this happens. But
Yeah, I mean, and you were insulated from it for a time when you had an employee.
except now there's all the Reddit stuff as well. So he was private, but there is some stuff in public that I got to go defend.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just don't worry about it. I don't know. It's maybe a small thing, but it's out there.
Yeah, I mean, having looked at it, like, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I think anyone that looks at it, it's pretty clear, like, you're not doing anything with it. You posted the message responding to it saying, like, oh, I didn't even, know this was enabled. I'll look into it or
I didn't
something.
even know what was
I
happening.
think the core part of it is just like when you have ADHD, you want so much to be understood because you feel so misunderstood for so much of your life. And you're just like desperate for people to understand you. And so when these things sort of happen, it feels like, oh no, they think this wrong thing about me again. It
Yeah.
like brings, like for me, I hear that and it's like brings me back to being a kid and getting in trouble and like a teacher or someone thinking that I did something bad on purpose or whatever. And me just like, no, I was trying to do the right thing. And when like your intentions don't line up with your actions as a kid and you don't really know why, that's why I'm like afraid of that happening. Like I don't want someone to say this negative thing and misunderstand me and misunderstand my intentions. And so, yeah, I'm really sensitive to that as well. It's really hard to ignore.
And it's a hard thing in life, but especially when you're trying to like hopefully have hundreds and thousands of people use your product, you kind of are exposing
Right.
yourself to that. And it is I think a constant battle of like, I need to try to build the thing that I think a lot of people need. And I can't let a few angry people hold me down, which is, again, like a day-to-day thing.
And this might be a whole nother like episode about this whole topic of being misunderstood is such a big one because like I've been talking to my therapist recently and often when we talk about feelings, like he might go, well, how did that make you feel? And you go, oh, like I was pretty angry or I was frustrated. But then when you dig deeper, Like it always, for me, it always comes down to two things, like shame and being misunderstood. Shame, fear, or being misunderstood. The misunderstanding thing is like so big for ADHD.
I always thought that was just a me thing.
Maybe that'll be a teaser for future episodes. We definitely need to wrap this one up.
I wrote it on our list.
Perfect.
The list that we hardly ever look at when we go, what do we talk about this week?
I know.
Yeah.
And the beginning of next episode, I would like to tell you the build I have been doing on the 1 finger rule that you guys both do.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Your 1 finger.
Double teaser. Or let's hear it next episode.
Yeah, you're not going to hear it.
So wait, so accountability things for next week. I'm going to change this credit card upfront thing. Sharon's going to launch the app. Or submit it.
We have Labor Day here in the US. So it's kind of like this. I don't want to submit Labor Day week. I don't want to launch Labor Day week. So we had our launch date and we had to push it back. So I'm
But
really
submit it because it could take. The first one takes a while. And Jesse?
And I'm sending out invite codes.
I'm excited.
Making it happen. Yeah.
Yes. That's exciting because it's like that's the beginning of Wave Pal. I feel like Shelpful is like old news. Just kidding. No, the app has been such a labor, and I'm very excited to get it launched. But this is your opening.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We got mixed panels set up for some analytics. I'll be like obsessively refreshing that every second to be like, are people using it? Are people doing stuff? What's happening?
I can show you our mixed panel too. At some point.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to connect. All right. Well, Sharon, where can people go to follow what you've got going on?
Yeah. Shelpful.com. You can get on our want list for the app that's coming out. And that's the main thing you should do. You can also follow me on social media stuff. But I think you should get on the wait list is probably the top priority.
Yeah. And you can get on the want list for WavePal at wavepal.app. And hey, you might get an invite code this week if you join it really quickly. How about you, Marie?
Well, there's no want list for Llama Life because it is out there, so you can just search for it on the App Store or Google Play. Just search Llama Life or go to llamalife.co on the web.
All right. And you can find us all at ADHD_founders on the social media places other than Twitter. I mean, we have the account, but like, I don't say X.
I can't do it.
I
it
say
sounds
Twitter.
weird.
Yeah, you can't find us
wrong.
on Twitter. That's how we'll end.